see from your group now through the next 7 to 10 days?
We're kind of have going to stay on the same course that we're doing, still treat it like it's a, regular camp mode. And then as we get closer to school starting, then we'll get more into the game prep. So I want to just keep in a progression right there, keep rotating enough guys that I can make sure feel comfortable about the rotation that we're going to have.
With having true freshmen in the program, how much do you try to educate them about the balance of time when school starts and pairing football with classwork and
Well, one of the things we're blessed with now is you can bring these guys in early, so they get a little bit of that, early on, and even in summer school in the early part of camp. So they're having to do that, and camp's harder because obviously there's no such thing as 20-hour rules. So we have, we can do whatever we need to time-wise with them. But there's no question now you're going to take a full load, so it's a little bit tougher, and that's the hardest part, and that's why that's part of the parts of why you're not playing a young guy, because it's hard.
Is there anything that you can see in practice that it takes until a game time situation to get into that you won't know until a game starts?
Yeah, I think there's no question that guys sometimes you'll see different things from that you don't see on the practice field as far as the type of play they play. But it's a lot of players kind of think with that mindset where they like to say to them, Coach, if you play me, I'll show you. And say, well, show me and I'll play you. Like Shaka Smart said, it's a pretty good quote. Yeah.
Have you ever had a player that was a great game player but didn't practice all that well?
I probably don't want to answer that question.
Because it seems to happen sometimes in basketball, but not as much.
There's no question it can happen, but I will never allow them to know that.
Another person brought up a good point, the tackling situation. You guys are taken to the deck now in practice. How much of a benefit is that to go live and have those fully to the ground tackle sessions prior to the opening game?
Well, I think what you want to do is because it's all about the leg drive. You can teach stuff on bags and get the right fits and where your eyes need to be, but there's what you don't get is the full body. With the legs moving, the leg drive, and that's where guys get in trouble. So we got plenty of dummies where we can protect ourselves and so forth and so on, but you got to have the leg drive.
In terms of pass rush, I assume Adam has shown that in the past. But anybody of the sort of the younger guys, newer guys?
Yeah, I think Ezekiel Rose does a really nice job. He's got real quick feet. His feet turn over. They've got him on a lot of special teams because he can really run. So he's almost like a linebacker at a D-line body because he'll run faster than most D linemen. So he's very active, and he will be. Looking forward to big things out of him.
So with him, I assume he's a guy. Have you started your sub packages yet? Because a lot of times you have put different guys in pass rush or passing situations.
Yeah, we'll start working a little bit. We'll keep throwing all that stuff, man. There's no question. You got to keep working different rotations with guys, trying to get, again, just like we're doing with the regular group, we're trying to have about 2 deep and just keep experimenting with a couple guys and see who can be the most effective at that position.
How deep is your rotation right now? When do you start trimming that down a little?
It's not trimmed. It's too early to trim down. Still in camp mode right now. Next week, when we start to get into game prep, when school starts, when we start getting more towards game prep, then that's when I really have to pare it down. Right now, you're going to get all of them are getting reps. But we'll definitely pare that down soon.
Adam Schuler had said he needed to learn how to use his hands better, be more of a technician. He was bull rushing too much last year. Are you seeing that from him?
Yeah, we've made a conscious effort as a group, collectively as a group, that we want to be better with our hands, the way we strike. We've kind of changed our structure and our drills to make sure that we're emphasizing it a little bit more. It's like anything else. If you say you want to get good at it, you better be practicing. So we've changed our whole drill progression to make sure that we're getting better with our hands.
So it's still the 6th.